All right, guys, I'm out here in Texas. Just got here on a new lake, and I'm going to show you how I use my Lowrance units and my Navionics chip to find the fish in a hurry. So what I'm looking at is we're looking at a creek bed coming through here. This great big blue line's a creek bed, and it shows there's a foundation there. These are road beds right here. I'll zoom that in. So these blue are old road beds. This is a flooded lake, and I got a dot up here. I'm pretty interested in this spot right up here. This is a little subtle bend in the creek right here. It looks like it's going to be pretty deep. It'll be over 20 foot or so, maybe 25. And this is a pipeline that goes across. And what I'm looking for is this bend in the creek. Looks like just about the sharpest bend that there is. So what I want to do is get up there and look for bait, look for fish, and then kind of either crank through it, drag a jig through it, or drag a liner rig through it, and see if I can't pop some fish out of there if there's some fish there. So I got my mapping that I just showed you, and I'm going to show you with how I use the side scan and the down scan to find out what's actually there. So let's take a look. So you got some bait up in the water column here. I'm going a little quick. Then you can see these pods of bait all through here. And then you got your ditch right there. That must have been when we crossed it back here. And now it's getting deeper. I like to bring the contrast down a little bit. I don't like it quite as hot as a lot of other people like it. So right now we're actually in the creek bed, if you could see right there. This is pretty much going to be your deepest spot right through here. We're going to zoom into the bottom on that one. Alright. All sorts of bait through here in this creek bed. And it's starting to make a turn right here. Got some wind blowing in. There's that ditch again. You can kind of see it right there with all the bait hanging out. And then when you see these dark white specks, those more than likely are bass. And that's kind of what you're looking for. Those are pretty high in the water column. Kind of up and suspended. Now we should be cutting across that sharp bend right now. And I would expect to see some more bait, some fish. All right, there you go right there. And what you're looking at there is that's that real hard bend in it. You got some junk out there. There's a pile of fish. See that right there? Those are bass. Those are big bass out there. Got some gravel here at the bend. A lot of times with those creek bends, you know, over the years, so much stuff, sediment and logs and rocks and stuff being washed over in the creeks creates that stuff at the bend. But yeah, these are all bass right here down in 25 foot of water, 24 foot of water. And you can see the bait up above it, and those hot marks down on the bottom are bass. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag through there. We're going to see if we can catch some of those for you. We're going to be dragging through some fish in about 15 seconds, I think. We got a 1/2 ounce brass rattle weight on there from Gambler with a 10-inch green pumpkin Gambler ribbon tail worm. just crossing this channel. We're just crossing that riverbed right now. So my bait should be coming into that junk I showed you a little bit earlier. Should be coming into there pretty soon. We'll see if I can't get something to go in that junk. But it'll keep. Right in that channel swing. Keeper. Not quite the drone we're looking for, but let's get back out there and check another one. So that guy was right on the edge of that channel swing I showed you. Showed up on the Lowrance. Oh boy, that feels a little bit better. Maybe not. It's coming up. Should we let him jump? Let's let him jump. He's a little better. A little better. Get over here. Little bit better. I call him Spot. That's my friend Spot, if you can see. We got one, folks. Feels like a good. Coming up. Ooh, it's a pig. 25 foot of water, brand new lake, never been here before. It's North Texas, I think. And what I did is I put my Navionics chip in. Oh, that's a pig. I put my Navionics chip in and ran my Lowrances until I found a deep channel swing. And it was a subtle swing that showed up on the nav card, which was nice. Oh, bunch of bait down there. I rigged up my Gambler brass rattle weight, about a ½ ounce, to a 10-inch Gambler green pumpkin worm. Just started dragging that thing, trying to see what would happen. Oh, son. Oh, he just barely off. Oh boy. Get over here. Nice. Look at that pig right there, folks. That's a beauty right there. Any day of the week. That's what you get when you come out here in the deep water and kind of drag that stuff around. If it wasn't for my Lowrance and my nav chip, my Navionics chip, I wouldn't have found this fish at all. You know, I'm going to get back in there and probably catch a bunch of those before the end of the day. He's hung. fish right there.